Being on the best and only high of his first ever kill, Derek was practically skipping and leaping with joy. Barely anyone was on the street that night. The only people that were there who claimed to have seen Derek were the homeless people, but who would believe their stories? The locals have heard stories from them about Martians and government conspiracies, so who would have honestly believed they saw a man who looked like a demonic cat creature? The gym that Derek was headed to was technically not open 24/7. However, Larry's uncle owned it and had put Larry in charge of the holidays. Larry's uncle said that he was on his 5th honeymoon in North Dakota, of all places. Derek was no stranger to this gym. He had gone there, but only after Larry had left. However, Derek was able to memorize Larry's arrival and departure times, and which exercises he would do on specific days of the week. Larry was said to have been your typical quote-unquote gym bro douchebag. At least that's what his at-the-time girlfriend told reporters. He was 6'5", and while looking like an Abercrombie & Fitch model, in addition to always smelling like he bathed in their cheap cologne, he was also dumber than dirt. That night, it was Larry's full-body machine night. Derek memorized the keypad code to get in. Apparently, nobody had thought to use the code 1234 in the history of that town. He had snuck in through the back, where Larry and his uncle had their own private locker room and showers. Larry would be arriving 5 minutes later. During that brief window of time, Derek found Larry's stash of pre-workout. He then mixed in 30 crushed up and powdered 20mg Adderalls, according to the coroner report, that is. Right on time, Larry arrived. His huge, hulking muscles shoved into his white wife beater that looked 3 sizes too small. He watched Larry mix his concoction of his laced blue raspberry pre-workout, combined with a bunch of other mystery powders. With a beast-like growl, he entered the gym. The alleged and only surviving camera footage had shown Derek slowly watching Larry from the corner of the gym. He was holding on to a 30-pound dumbbell. Now, Larry's uncle was quite the paranormal hunter and believer. He believed in everything, if not more, than the homeless population did. Larry's uncle claimed, after hearing about what his nephew had done, that Derek had cursed the footage or something to that degree with black magic. The cameras immediately started to glitch once the Adderalls had done their damage on Larry's heart. Larry was doing standing chest flies until he started to grab his chest and slowly keel over and go fetal. Once Derek approached, that's when the apparent, complete, total camera glitch happened, and it went dark. Derek slowly walked up to Larry and stood over him, smiling the same twisted smile he gave Marlon. With the devil in his voice, he said,
"What's the matter, big guy? Did you get too big of a pump? I guess out of all the muscles to work out, your evil black heart wasn't one of them. Takes a big guy to shoot and kill a 60-year-old woman. I wonder how strong you really are. Let's see if those muscles aren't just for show."
With the rapid heartbeat, Larry only managed to say,
"Ugh, you. I knew you had something to do with this, catboy. I always knew you were the bastard of the litter of freaks."
Until Derek slammed the dumbbell against Larry's nose, causing it to shatter and for him to go unconscious. Larry woke up sometime later in the center of the gym on a bench press. The windows were all blacked out. Nobody could have seen in or outside. Derek had placed weight plates on specific pressure points of Larry's body, so even if he tried, he couldn't move. Derek had superglued and duct taped Larry's hands to a barbell, which was loaded with 666 pounds of weight. The barbell was said to have been bending. The way that Derek had positioned Larry's hands and arms made it seem like he was doing a Nyan pose, similar to one of Derek's favorite anime Neko characters. Larry was petrified.
I guess I really do lift. But the question is, can you even lift now? Go ahead, try it. While you were too busy learning how to target muscles, I was learning how to make yours stop working. As you lay there, I would say this big tough bodybuilder is as weak and as intimidating as a kitten. Or should I say, like my and my mother's cats you helped kill?
With a voice now as timid as a mouse, Larry managed to squeak out, Hey, look, man, let me go. It wasn't my fault. It was Marlon. That fat boy was eating me out of food and house. He blackmailed me by threatening to tell Shane to tell my uncle that I was stealing from the gym. But I only stole because I need food, man. I'm starving. Please, let me go. However, Derek was unshaken.
You think I'm gonna believe you? You really think that I'm supposed to believe that you are scared of your 5'2" uncle who looks like an elderly 5th grader and some fat pig that you can easily outwalk? Plus, you didn't seem too sad or depressed to shout at me and hand Shane the beer can. So, I'm gonna break you the way all 3 of you broke my soul.
Derek grabbed that same 30-pound dumbbell and walked in front of Larry. Larry could only lay there. Derek leaned down by his feet. With a demonic cat-like screech, or at least that's how the camera's audio made it sound, Derek slammed the weight down, breaking his toes one by one. He then smashed both of his feet completely. Larry's brand new white shoes were becoming darker with a lovely maroon tint. Derek then took a lighter barbell, 40 pounds it was, and with the baseball swing, he slammed it against Larry's shins, causing them to splinter out of his skin. In his bloodlust, Derek did his best at a mafia accent, and while the joke was unintelligible, he did what they are stereotypically known for, breaking kneecaps, which is exactly what Derek did to Larry. Derek then straddled Larry, similar to what a real-life cat would do to their owner out of love. Derek then pulled out a single 5-pound dumbbell. He then used that dumbbell to smash and break each and every last one of Larry's ribs. Derek then hopped off and decided it was time for the grand finale.
If you're truly sorry for what you've done, then your God will forgive you.
In that moment, Derek had then yanked at the supports for the 666-pound barbell and watched in pleasure as Larry struggled to hold it. Larry was in so much pain, it was only but 10 seconds before the barbell literally snapped his arms in half, and the barbell came down, crushing Larry's face. Derek, with eyes wide open, took Larry's necklace, his 2 golden teeth implants, as well as his wife-beater tank top, and put it away in his pocket. For one final fuck you, Derek had set fire to the gym using his uncle's hidden stash of liquor and cigars. One local man claimed that when he saw the smoke, he saw Derek coming his way. He was quoted as saying, "I ran into a cat demon covered in blood. His eyes were wider than I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen coke addicts on a binge with eyes that look like his. I swear I thought I met the devil in the flesh." Shame this man was recently released from the mental hospital for having a breakdown at his construction job, so nobody believed him. With his haul of both Marlon and Larry, he used them to create a beautifully wrapped, special Christmas present. One local elderly woman claimed to have seen Derek leave the present at Shane Terrence's front door. Derek banged as hard as humanly possible on the front door, but before hiding in the bushes, he smashed both of Shane's windows, the same way those 3 did to his house. Shane flung open the door with such might, he nearly missed his Christmas gift. Shane approached slowly. He read the note which only had the words, "Meow meow, love, Mr. Nyan." Shane opened his special gift and saw the bloody mess. He let out a blood-curdling scream.
You! I know this was you! You'll pay for this!
Shane started to tear up in fury. Derek enjoyed every last second of it. He had the perfect plan for his last target, Shane Terrence.